Good evening. My name is Shawnna Williams, and I'll be sharing a few takeaways from professional development on brain-based learning, differentiation, and engagement. What is brain-based learning? Brain-based learning is simply means aligning instructions with how the brain naturally takes in and stores information. It also means being aware that the brain is constantly changing and forming new connections, which we call neuroplasticity, that students can benefit from when we activate multiple pathways. And these pathways can be activated through visuals, movement, discussion, and hands-on activities. What is differentiation? Differentiation simply means tailoring instruction, adjusting content, processing product, making sure all our students have access to learning, and making sure that our instruction is based in brain-based research. How does differentiation support brain-based learning? Differentiation supports brain-based learning by reducing working memory, personalizing content to every student, using multi-sensory products for instructions, and making sure that the emotional well-being of the students is cared for. Without the emotional well-being being okay, students will not be open to learning. Now that we've defined differentiation, let's talk about two types of differentiation. First one being content differentiation. Content differentiation focuses on just what students learn, so all students can access the materials without lowering expectation. This might mean using leveled text, videos, or visuals so students receive the same concept, but perhaps in a different format. Second type of differentiation is process differentiation. Process differentiation focuses on how students interact with content, whether it's through grouping, hands-on activity, or guided support. What is engagement? When we talk about engagement, we're talking about how students are mentally, emotionally, and behaviorally invested in what they are learning, not just obeying or being compliant. Engagement happens when our students are actively thinking, questioning, and participating in what is being taught or occurring in the classroom. Engagement strategies. This is called the 3 C's. Students are engaged or will be engaged or can become engaged when they're allowed to construct new ideas, when they're allowed to collaborate with each other, and when they're allowed to create their own product. Let the students be involved in their own learning. Let them take charge. Let them lead the way. Brain-based attention. Attention is a gateway to learning, and the brain notices things that are new, visual, or emotionally meaningful. Simple strategies like adding visuals, changing tunes, using color, or asking students to make predictions help activate the brain's attention system. Curiosity and emotional safety also plays a huge role in students' brain attention. So when students feel supported and interested, their brains stay open to learning. Another takeaway from research on brain-based learning is memory. Students remember more when they retrieve information often, when the content is connected to background knowledge, and when information is chunked into manageable segments. Short retrieval activities such as exit tickets, quick quizzes, or brief scenario reviews help move information from working memory into long-term memory. And long-term memory retention is what our goals as teachers should be for our students, so that they don't just learn things right here and right now and then forget it momentarily, but that they can take it to the next level, to the next grade and beyond. Bringing these pieces together, differentiation and engagement, work because they align with how the brain learns, how the brain functions naturally. When we vary content and process, we make learning accessible for every student. When we use strategies and spark curiosity and strengthen memory, we increase motivation and reduce retention. These approaches don't require major changes. Just small, consistent shifts can make a big difference in students' success, and they can be applied in any classroom, not just CTE. But fortunately for CTE teachers, it comes naturally because what we're teaching is hands-on, is differentiated from the traditional courses, the core courses. Well, I hope you've learned or gotten something from this very short presentation. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to sharing another video with you very soon. Thank you.